And boss man, if you know boss man might be doing a little monitoring, Allah will teach you tricks and stuff to use on him. And right, whatever he did, it doesn't make a difference. Allah will teach you what to use. That's why you'll have funny names for people that do stupid stuff like Baba Clown, not Clown, Clown, Baba Clown, and Ibn Clown. And if they do something, they'll be sitting there, you can tell Ibn Clown. They'll come in and they be, when they think you're going to do something, maybe to Baba Clown. And you tell them to love everybody. And even Baba Clown won't stay the way he's supposed to stay a lot of time. He'll move over there with them, not because he can't get around, but because he's going to be safe, you know. The same with the girls. I wouldn't stand at this house, the police come by, where's so-and-so? The police with a uniform on. Because they think if I done discovered who a person is, I'm going to do something to them. That's what they think. That's not the fight we're in. We've already seen everybody do that. We've already seen everybody do this. Is not this thing. I believe that this is going to be love, optimism, and what is the other one? I keep forgetting. Kindness, love, and optimism.
And
humor. Humor, yeah. Kindness, humor, and optimism. To me, it sounds like love, but they see when a Negro get a certain look on his face, they don't think you mean it. Because that nigga don't mean nothing. They don't believe it. Nobody believes it. You can drag your butt down the street with your toenails and they not going to believe it. Because you know, it don't go like that. That's why you win all the time, because they don't believe it. They absolutely don't believe it. That's why you have some meeting with some of them, they're always tense. And you come to Juma sometime and Ibn Clown, they'll be, and of course, they're taught not to do that, but they'll be staring you down, they'll be tensed up. And the first thing you're taught, if you're going to make a hit on somebody, right? If it's in a place, you don't go there and stare the people down, you're getting ready to hit, right? You don't stare them down if you're in a meeting or if you're in a thing and you're going to hit Johnny Boy. You don't come in, right? You don't do that. Maybe you smile or not pay attention to go ahead and sit down. But you don't walk by Johnny Boy gritting your teeth and everything and breathing hard, standing over, right? That's the way Ibn Clown them do. They're so pitiful. They do that every time. I can't tell them to stop. I be want to say, y'all got to stop that crap. It's dumb. And it's Ibn Clown is not new. I've been saying this for a long time, right? Anybody remember this happened? Because this didn't start happening. It haven't started happening. It's ridiculous. And you can't tell nobody nothing. They don't want to, they believe whatever boss man told them. They believe it. And no matter if it don't work, you know, or what have you. Myself, if I go in a place and, you know, people just is going up and down, well, I believe if somebody was really gone, they just pull the plug and say, you know, whatever they do, it's gone, right? So if I go in and this thing is still going, and we'll pull the plug later, they ain't gonna pull the plug. Or they pull the plug when they, see, you can wear them people down. You can have them go through their changes so long, they'll get tired of playing. Yeah. You have a chief star on the court, and one day, next day, he needed a heart. even seen them run stuff, do stuff, run over to the Arboretum and all that stuff. Of course. Anyway, I'm just saying, I mean, whatever it is, it don't make me no difference. And then, well, I'm keeping all of that money. Keep it. Keep it. It don't make me no difference. You won't be able to pay. I said, how did the white man make some money? Yes, he paid some money. Well, how are you gonna stop you from getting it? If you ain't never, if you're 200 years old and you ain't never been without no money, how are you gonna stop you from getting some money? This is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, right? We're not 200 years old, 70, 80, something like that. I mean, the people don't even make rational daily decisions that make any sense. And everybody's watching it. Look at, boy, it ain't nothing. I'll say the same thing, it ain't no big deal. But there's just a couple of things that I like to mention. There's a little yellow car out there. It's just a little car. It's no big deal. But the one that arranged the car to be like that, it's the way it is. I don't have nothing to do with it. Because when I told Baba Plum this, he said, oh, I said, I'm not in charge of all of this. I don't know how this stuff bounces back and forth. But I say, because, see, the people never would give me money direct. They would give it to that crew. They would give it to Baba Plum. Baba Plum would stamp it or whatever he did. Okay. The other thing is, well, I ain't gonna talk about plane crashes, but I'll talk about some of the big Negroes here. I was one of the first sessions in the early 90s, when everybody left over there the first time. So a big old guy used to sell meat, used to have a restaurant down there on 8th Street. And he says, what happened over here, man? Nothing happened. Well, where's everybody at? So he says, is so-and-so still here? I said, yes. He said, okay. I said, man, these niggas is done. Of course, he's such, so if he, of course, they cut his leg off and he died in the hospital somewhere. I don't know. Somebody said they might have cut both his legs off. But niggas got to stop playing. They have to stop playing. The same people that'll pull your car apart, their mama and their sister will drop out of the air in a damn airplane. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're from Sudan, somewhere like that. Just check the book. Bam! See, every tub stands on its own bottom, but Allah is in charge of how I don't know. That's why I say I don't know about all of that. But that stuff goes on every day, all the time. And everybody just floating around and looking at me stupid. I said, boy, you better check yourself. They stay a long time. Better check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know, niggas always trying to be slick. I'm just saying, the people who have been here, and they come and sit right down here in Juma. And like if the Negroes is gonna do something up on the hill, or they trying to get them involved, and then they run up there and get beat up and then come to my house and get treated, Sister Bahia's treating their wounds. Oh, something got to happen. I'm looking at them both of us, there ain't nothing going to happen. I'm just saying to myself. And then all them Negroes, even if they got hazel eyes, whatever color stuff they got, later on, other part of the crew, and they just, and then they have wives. The wives that call you every other day. So you got to tell the people to mind their own business. Anyway, this stuff gets so childish that it becomes reckless and insane. Because how the weight and measure and the management of family and responsibility, because see, we don't know how Allah do everything, but we can count on the outline that we have in the Quran, Lawh Mahfuz. But the Negro is not sharp. You have to feel sorry for the Negro. I'm telling you, this is what I found. You have to feel sorry for the Negro. Because the Negro will do stuff that's right in your face and almost throwing pies. You know, they used to have them, they throw a pie in your face. Over and over again. As soon as you wipe it off, they throw another pie in your face. And you just, okay, go ahead, throw another pie. And all the time, their family is falling out of airplanes. The niggas don't have good sense. Another thing, they don't make connections. This is the thing. They don't make no connection between here and there. You just don't make no connection. Anyway, I'll turn to another subject. The 500 trap. Ibn Khaldun and the tractor beam, and Baba Khaldun also. You know the movie, the tractor beam on Star Trek. When he hooked in it, he can't go nowhere. You know, I'm a secret Trekkie. I've been a Trekkie since 1970. Yeah, I've been a Trekkie. I mean, I admit it, you know. Because every day I had to go to my office when they're eating reruns. I got a big plush office. I just turn on Star Trek. I don't know if I like the modern too much, but they have tractor beams. And that tractor beam, I don't care how big or bad your ship is, maybe you can get up to Warp Drive or something, it can break out of it. But usually, if they tractor beam is strong enough, you can't get out of it. And then if you don't have a will to get out of it, and if you have an idea to get out of it, and you don't even want to get out of it, you ain't going nowhere. You just stay in boss man's tractor. He got you in his orbit. That's a white man to have you orbiting. And one thing about boss man, he has no history of compassion and love and assistance. If the world is falling apart, boss man will take you and your children and your whole family, 50,000 of you, and dump you in the ocean. Boss man ain't gonna say, well, I messed up, and he jump in the ocean. Right? I ain't never heard of boss man push you off. He pull up the rope, he do all of that. That's his behavior. He has never behaved any different. Now, if things are getting like it is, which it looks like it is, if we're living in a world that boss man is getting ready to go, and everybody else is either chose up the team they own or they revolving around each other to the point that militarily, psychologically, Boss man looks like he's scheduled to lose this round. But it doesn't make a difference. If he don't lose it, he's still battered up. If he don't lose it, still there's a change in the environment. It may be for a glorious new future. We don't know. All we got to do is do what we know or what we feel with yakin, some amount of certainty in our heart. Do what's right. And everybody else should do what they think is right. Not because somebody told them, if you get signed up on this, you're going to be all right. Boss man can't guarantee nothing anymore. He can't guarantee nothing. He can't guarantee nothing. That's all it is to it. Anybody that can't see that, well, we'll get you some glasses. Big Coke, you know, when you can't see, they give you the big Coke bottles so where you can get 50,000 magnified. That's what we'll get you. We'll get you some big Coke bottle glasses. Anybody can't see this stuff right here? This right in front of us? Okay, now, past heroes taken down 1.5, 2 years. People of the recent past, our people, they were all taken out pretty quick. It didn't take too long. Okay. In a way, we don't say that's good, but they didn't suffer a long time. And it made boss man arrogant. You can see every movie they have about J. Edgar Hoover. We've seen this before. Or if it's these latest movies, that J. Edgar Hoover, a cross-dresser. What's this? Their greatest hero is a B-I-T-C-H. Bad word to use, but that's what he is. He's a girl. And his best friend is a girl. Two big old clowns done set that thing in motion, and it still have contradictory characteristics. Right? The thing, can you imagine? And who did they hate more than anybody? Niggas. And don't be a red nigga, communist. You in trouble. You can call it a day. But he going and he hugging and kissing and wearing girls' clothes in the closet. That's pitiful. And that's a hero. The building got his name on it right down the street. See, Allah given, I'm going to close, but see, Allah given us a chance. You know, there's a hadith saying about Al-Ghazali, in Al-Ghazali, I read this. What things should I possess? It says, that which you don't lose, is what Al-Ghazali says. That which you don't lose in the event of a shipwreck. Of course, it's clear what the meaning is, because people used to carry all their wealth on them, so they got a bag of gold on them. But when that ship go down, when they gargling for breath, they cut that cord on that gold. They let it go, and it's gold. What things should you possess? The things that you don't lose in the event of shipwreck. The only thing you're trying to save is your black behind in the event of a shipwreck. Don't lose yourself. That means this judgment, this world and the next. I'm going to move toward a close. Of course, I can't read this, but I'll read part of it, because it says, a white man can't read S-H-I-T. What does that mean? It's like, you know, like, anyway, discombobulated behavior, we can say that, that's okay. What's this behavior? Look at it, go turn loose today, now. Boss man is busy making problems for himself that he can't do nothing about. He's making the problems for himself. You can't save it. If you try to, like when you do swimming, they used to teach people how to save people. Right. You can't go save this guy, swim out. The Negroes will pull you down. They're gonna pull you down because they panic. So sometimes you gotta pop, you gotta knock them out and then drag them on in, right? Because if you don't, he gonna take you down. And anybody else he can hold on to. So, boss man, I think we can all agree that he's discombobulated. He's not rational right now. And he's done this to everybody. That's why we opened with Nogunri, aiming specifically at Koreans. That they know and we know that they know. This is not a new thing. Because he let you come over here, he let you come over here because you were going to be a help for him. And when you got here, you was with him. Boss man, I'm with you. And then 2 or 3 rolls of the dice and he throw you out the window. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the trauma that the Asian community, because remember the Asian community used to be the optimum nice guys. How long do we have to say, boss man gonna drop you? How often do we have to say that? And everybody looking at us, you're jealous, you're just black, you're mad, right? Something. I said, man, boss man, boss man is a little mad at us because we just, won't cooperate with him and, Yeah, boss man likes us. Boss man loves me. Okay, fine. You got that. You would drown in a, right? It's not bad, it's good. It's good that we're all together now. And I'll close with this. The Africans are together. So when they come over and get in all the movie parts, they don't give Negro parts. That's no big deal. It's no big deal. They had colonialism, and don't worry. The Asians, the peak Americans that had tattoos,